Captain's Log 2012.207. Today we have tried to destroy the Doomsday Machine with the Kirk defense, but in the twist of terrible fate and surprise, the Doomsday Machine rises. Has a document from the U.S.S. Enterprise failed us? Could the Doomsday Machine slip out unnoticed under Captain Kirk's eyes? Could this mean the end of the gravely injured U.S.S. Cairo and spell destruction for the planet Ectair?
So we have a big problem right now, right? All right, your ship, U.S.S. Cairo, took a hit, and you lost some crew. Hopefully you kept track of that crew so you can send condolences to their family. Now this one took a hit, right? So your problem is it took a big hit, but for some reason it was able to restart and resurrect itself. And it's now on a path towards Ectair. Okay, and after Ectair, what is the Doomsday Machine going to do from what you read? Most of them. What after it's done with Ectair, all the planets in that Mosenfar star system, where do you think it's going to go next?
Easy. To the Romulan territory.
Anyone? Yes.
I have a question.
Okay, it's going to go to the nearest star that has planets around it. Right? Okay, so the Doomsday Machine follows the nearest, it goes to wherever the nearest star is and eats up the planets. And whatever path it's on, it's on. Okay? So this is why you have to stop it. Alright?
To not destroy that planet.
Now, the question is, how do you stop this thing? And the only thing we know is what?
Kirk defense.
Kirk defense. Kirk defense has not worked in this instance. Does that mean it will never work? No.
It may work sometime, it may not work the other time.
Now, what made it really work? What helped it work when you were watching what the Enterprise did?
The microsub went in it first. And that
there was a shuttlecraft, and they noticed a slight drop in power. But the Doomsday Machine was also, shooting at the Enterprise too, and then the Constellation. So it's using up energy. It really needs a lot of energy to run, okay? Now, it needs more fuel, and it's going to continue on to Ectair. You have a couple hours until it gets there now. I think it's about 10 now. 10 hours. Now, if it goes into warp speed, it'll be even less. No fingers in the nose.
Sure.
You all need to talk with each other and figure out what to do. Okay, I'll take a couple questions, but then I want you all talking with each other. Yes.
Like from last time, after we after we almost destroyed it completely, is the power kind of stronger or less?
It's an excellent question. You all have to figure that out. And how would you figure out what the power levels are of the Doomsday Machine right now?
Scan.
Okay. And do we have a question not related to that? I want to get all the questions out of the way so you all can plan a strategy. Yes.
Will the Romulans help us after? Do we still have the choices that we had a couple weeks ago?
It seems like it. Romulans haven't abandoned you. They're still traveling in that flotilla with you. Yeah, they're with you. They worked with you. Okay. Any more questions? Good. Okay, so now I want you all, Captain. You got to plan a strategy. I
already have a strategy.
Yeah, well, you got to talk with your crew first. Then you might get some ideas that could make your strategy better. Okay? So I want you to come down with 3 steps, 3 things you're going to do. Okay? But you have to talk with everyone first.
Okay.
I have something to say.
So we are in chaos right now in the U.S.S. Cairo, as you can imagine. Yeah, so what I've been thinking over our break was, should we sacrifice the U.S.S. Cairo or put one of the Romulan chips in the maw of the Doomsday Machine. So I think we're gonna have to sacrifice the U.S.S. Cairo and put it into the maw of the Doomsday Machine. But we will also be using Romulans. We'll tell the Romulan fleet around us to open fire at the maw while it's trying to take us. So
Okay, on your notebook, especially the captain. But I think if all of y'all really want to get the most out of the game, you would write this down too. So please go in order. Don't just grab any page in the middle of the book. All right? Strategy number 1, sacrifice the Cairo and Romulan ships.
No. The Romulan ships will not participating, or we could ask them to use one small ship.
Well,
They're gonna be
just
opening
put it
fire.
down, just because we just want to be brief.
Sacrifice the ship.
Sacrifice the Cairo and Romulan ships for Kirk defense. You know, part 2, if you want to call it that.
Cook Defense Part 2.
Okay, so now
Looks
you
like
have
we're
some.
making history.
You have some crew. After you finish writing that, get feedback on that from your crew.
Okay, so I think that first we should like ask the Romulans like if we can use like one of their ships and make an agreement with them, and if they don't like agree, then we should like sacrifice the U.S.S. Cairo.
Okay.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, but first.
Well,
like,
but he's saying his is different, slightly different in that he says, well, let's not give up our ship. Let's ask them to give up one of theirs.
yeah, and then if they don't agree, then we'll sacrifice ours.
I have an idea. I think we should fire at the Doomsday Machine, and it will probably chase us, and then we'll go on warp speed, and if we have the chance, then we can make it go on warp speed, and its power will go down. Like
Yeah,
how
the thing
Derek
is,
said.
it's in. It can only go to the nearest planets. So it's gonna chase you, and then it's gonna turn around and go back. Turn
Okay,
around
so
and go back.
why would it? How do you know after it chases you that it's gonna stop and then continue on to a planet? What do you know? What do you all know from what you learned about the Doomsday Machine?
That it
to
goes
prove what
it
you're
goes
saying.
to the nearest star. In this case, it's Mozafar.
Could you shut the door, please? What is the sweet spot? What is the Doomsday Machine's space? Okay, for example, you know that if I go like this to you, I'm in your face, right? And if I'm upset and you're upset, there might be a fight, right? Now if I'm over here and looking mean, I'm not in your space. So what is the space of the Doomsday Machine?
About 50 mile diameter. No.
You're wrong, but you're right because you're using facts. And the fact is you got a 3,000 kilometer range. Once you get out of that 3,000 kilometer, which would be probably about 5,000 miles, once you're out of that range, it ignores you. Okay? And that's, remember when you all were
But what about the
flying?
radar jamming circumference? Because
That's the same thing.
so if we're within that circumference, we are.
Right, you cannot communicate outside of it. When you are in the 3,000 kilometer range, it is not, you can't communicate with anyone outside of that. Okay? All right. So, I just wanted to add that. Okay, do we have some other suggestions? Well, we had someone had an idea here.
Yeah.
No, I have a question.
But what was your idea?
No, I don't have an idea, but I have.
No, but you did have an idea and you brought it up. Okay, someone had an idea about finding out what the power levels are of a Doomsday Machine, right?
Oh, that's my.
Right? Okay. And you need to write that down. Okay, you all are investigating. You got to know facts before you commit to a decision. What is the power levels of Doomsday Machine now compared to before the Cosmos Real blew up in its mouth? Okay? Anything else?
We could probably contact Ectair and we could ask him.
Captain, just a quick statement. If maybe we shouldn't put anything in its mouth at all.
What should you do?
Because when the Cosmos Royale, it was losing power and getting power. It eats.
But okay, so what's your alternative then? You've got to stop this thing. How do you stop the Doomsday Machine? That's what he needs to know.
There needs to be no planets and no stars. Nothing.
Okay, that's interesting.
Pretty much such a just a big blank in
How about we
space.
put a big piece of green screen and put projections of the stars?
It sounds kind of funny, but it's
Common sense.
an idea, right?
No, I have another idea.
So you know what that is. Let me explain to you. You know what that is? Do you know what Romulans and Klingons have for technology that the Federation doesn't have?
No.
Huh? They have something great.
Cloaking device.
So he was saying, well, the way to save the planet is make them disappear. Okay, well, you don't mean destroy the planets, right?
Just have a big
Make them
blank.
invisible.
Make-
Okay? So
I'm
let's put
saying
that
both.
down.
I'm saying
Cloak
both.
the planet. Come on, Captain.
How long will that take?
You're going to have to find out. We're putting out ideas right now.
Okie dokie.
All
I
right?
have another idea.
Bring it up.
Okay. So there is currently a
Graduate
suspicious amount
plans.
of Romulan ships around us at the moment. So the Doomsday Machine could be focused on like 2 Romulan ships and ours, like one the U.S.S. Cairo and one of the other Romulan ships, and then there could be other Romulan ships behind the Doomsday Machine and use their towing line and start pulling the Doomsday Machine.
Okay, so your suggestion is distract the Doomsday Machine from going and then use tractor beams to pull the Doomsday Machine off its course.
Yep.
Write it down.
S3.
Can you read that, young man? Can you read that writing?
S2.
Okay. It's very special
Pulling
writing.
Doomsday Machine with tractor beam.
Of course. Right. I know y'all love to write. Right.
They can try pulling it into a star.
It's made out of neutroniums, and neutronium comes out of a dead star or
Collapse.
collapsed star.
So it's after a star becomes a red giant, collapses on itself
Yes, that's called
to a dwarf, right? Yeah.
It could.
Well, supernova doesn't. A star dying doesn't necessarily have to explode.
No. If a star is gonna die, it could, like if it's a hypergiant,
Yeah.
then only does it implode.
Yeah.
But if it's a red giant, it could
Yeah.
either become a dwarf star,
Okay.
or it could become something like Pluto, because Pluto is actually a star.
All right, we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want to deal with is a couple more. Any more ideas? I mean, these are really far out ideas, but this is great. These are great ideas, okay? Because you're trying to save the system, okay? Now I need y'all. This is it. That's all you got. You're tapped out. Okay. I want y'all to think back in time. What were you doing before you encountered this Doomsday Machine?
We were on our way to Starfleet Command.
You were patrolling the area.
Yeah, patrolling. Yeah.
Then what happened?
Then we got a call from the.
No, stay right there.
We got a call from the Trident.
No.
Roger.
Pride of Rigel.
Yeah, Predator.
Okay, everybody. Let's talk about the Pride of Rigel. Come on, wake up, wake up. I'm not hearing anything from you, and I'm going to start picking on you and ask you all the questions. ask you the questions and make them be quiet. I want some participation. Seriously, you too. Well, you've been participating. You too, science officer.
I don't have anything to say.
Yes, you do. Dig it up. Dig it up.
You're a science
What do you want
officer.
to
You don't
do?
literally.
Scan?
You have to be curious and ask questions just for the sake of asking questions. What happened with the Pride original? Maybe you wrote it down.
We had a
We'll give everyone a chance to
we
say
had a
something.
call
You had a call, I know. Yeah.
that
Under attack.
Okay, you don't remember. What was it?
We were receiving a distress signal from the Pride Rigel.
Okay.
And he needed to fix something, and we lent him some of our tools,
Yeah.
and
Should have kept those.
we asked him what he had in the ship, and he said like antique
Kind of
stuff.
metals.
Yeah,
Antiques.
Wait a minute. The Doomsday Machine wants those things. That's why it's trying to find it or something like that.
Is this is something you need to investigate?
What?
It's trying to find the
You're saying there's stuff
that
on the Pride Rigel that the Doomsday Machine may want. It's like a child looking for its mother, or a mother looking for its child,
In
maybe.
this case, a computer looking for the motherboard.
A computer looking for its motherboard. Write it down. You have to investigate these things. Yes.
I know another idea.
Yes.
So like we get a bunch of ships from the Romulans or somewhere else,
Okay.
and then in the way where the Doomsday Machine is going,
Yep.
the planet is
another
about to
computer
like
likes the
get.
mother.
Yep.
We should put all the ships in front of this so that the Doomsday Machine cannot see it, and it can just turn around.
It will destroy anything in its way. Yeah. I mean, give it a bunch of ships to shoot at, it just clears them out. Remember, it only takes about, it took about 2 hits to bring the shields of the Enterprise down, right?
3.
3? The shields, they said 1 more hit and we're dead. Okay? So, yeah, a wall of
takes like about-
ships, nah.
Um.
Okay, let's start in what?
Yeah. Like, I thought gamma rays were the most powerful thing in the universe.
Well, right now, we're not arguing about what's more powerful. We're trying to figure out strategy. Okay? So, strategy number 1, which is
sacrifice the U.S.S.
sacrifice the ships, but first, maybe we should talk with the Romulans, right?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe you need to talk with the Romulans. Do it.
Communicate. What's the deal?
Yeah, not here.
Our
So,
second and a third command aren't.
yeah, I know. It's that means you're up. You're gonna be his
communications officer.
You're gonna be his second. No, I'll handle the communications officer. Yes, sir. You want me to contact the Romulan flagship?
Yep.
Hailing frequencies open.
Okay.
Adios,
This is the U.S.S. Cairo. Please apply.
This is Commander Tao.
Yeah, Commander Tao. Looks like the correct defense didn't work, as you can see. So-
Unfortunately, I do see that. We are in a great predicament. Looks like our science officer and our navigator have calculated the course of the Doomsday Machine, and after Ectair it will head towards Andoria. The Andor system is next on its target. That's what we've calculated.
Yeah.
We've alerted our Romulan Star Empire, but as you know, that the course of the Doomsday Machine is going deeper into Federation space, and we cannot help you by going deeper into Federation space.
Yes. So our ship has come up with 5 reasons or ways to destroy this. Actually, 4.
Oh, really? Tell me all about it.
Yeah. First one is sacrificing the U.S.S. Cairo.
And yours.
One of your ships. If you can buy.
It's out of the question.
Yes. To the we're gonna check the power levels of the Doomsday Machine if there was a fluctuation in the power.
We can check that too for you.
Yeah, and well, this is actually one of the most cool ones. The Romulans have a cloaking device machines.
We do.
Yeah, and could you guys like try and cloak a planet in any way?
Well, what you're asking has never been done. The cloaking devices are extremely power-intensive technology that's just about good enough for a ship. I cannot give you any other information about our cloaking device than that.
Yeah, and the fourth one is pulling the Doomsday Machine while the U.S.S. Cairo distracts it, and some of your ships goes behind the Doomsday Machine with a tractor beam and keeps like tugging it the other direction, maybe pulling it off course.
Okay.
The last one is it could actually just be lost, and there's probably a whole nother fleet of Doomsday Machines, kind of like a computer looking for its motherboard. So
these are very interesting theories.
So which one would you like to comply with?
I'll have to get back to you on this. I have to contact the Romulan Senate. This is a very serious issue. And I'll be in touch with you unless I hear from you before then. This is Commander Tal out. You see the screen disappear.
He was on video?
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't do it.
Okay. So go on to your next stage, y'all.
Y'all be eating alive.
Okay. Find the power of the Doomsday Machine.
So give a white and a black die to your science officer.
Wait. Wait, this.
Come on, science officer. Questions. Ask questions.
Power fluctuation.
You have to make questions.
Make questions.
I want you to
make
be more
answers.
proactive.
Artist.
85.
Okay, what's your skill level for Starship sensors? Starship sensor operation.
Everybody take out their
41.
character sheet.
You get a null report, so you can try again in next turn. Unless you had something you wanted to follow up on.
Or ask.
I don't.
Yes, you have to. You can't be the quiet girl on the bridge. To be the strong female presence with authority and in knowledge. All right? And plus you're an Endorian, so you're really cool.
I really don't know.
What? What's next on the agenda?
Cloak the planet.
Cloaking devices.
So, wouldn't it be interesting to find out about if there's any...
The
Computer?
Okay, computer, do you know anything about the cloak device?
At this time, Federation technology does not reach the levels of cloaking device knowledge. There are intelligence operations in progress to obtain the information. There are legends of planets that were able to cloak and hide themselves from invading forces within Federation territory.
Computer?
Okay, so what did the computer just give you information on? Did it give you information about a cloaking device? From a Romulan cloaking device?
I think it
No, it didn't, right? It doesn't have it. But it gave you something else. What did it give you?
about how it can close planets.
Okay. So this is what you need to follow up on. Computer, tell us more about the cloaked planets. Okay?
But,
Do it.
sir. Oh, the cloaking device.
So, computer, could you tell us more about the cloaked planets?
There is a planet deep in Federation space known as Aldea. It is a legendary planet not yet proven to exist, but the legends have it. The planet can disappear and reappear at will with a highly advanced civilization living on it.
You said
I got it.
I was gonna. Wait,
Isn't
Let her talk. Let her talk.
you know, the planet that I just said, maybe it has a time, like a time space that is like it appears and it disappears. Is it close to here, like where we are? Or you don't know?
Navigator just checked on his board, and it's 2 months away at warp 6. Yeah.
2 months?
This is something to investigate if you survive the Doomsday Machine later, maybe. But it's a great question. Ramza had some information on a cloaking device that if anyone wants to read it, they can. Okay?
May I please read it with the captain?
So,
Yeah.
isn't the cloaking device like, really strong? So, it doesn't have a power in it that's really strong?
No, it just requires a lot of power. It is so powerful that when you turn it off and turn it on, you can't run your shields.
Huh?
Your ship cannot use shields when it turns it on or off.
I have an idea.
It has to drop the shields. Yes, go.
If the cloaking device is really strong, maybe we could use it to put it inside the Doomsday Machine.
And why would you put a cloaking device inside the
I
Doomsday
don't know,
Machine?
because maybe we could turn it on.
That's worse than like
Even if
Doomsday
it-
Machine could strike without
Sure.
warning.
If we turn it on, maybe the power would
Be drained.
maybe
Let her
drain-
talk.
Not drain, but like it would affect the Doomsday Machine because it has a lot of power.
All right, the computer responds to that. It would require you to get into the Doomsday Machine
Oh,
to find some kind of controller inside it, like maybe some kind of control computer, and you might be able to do that. But just like finding a cloaking device, which is going to be real hard to do, or asking the Romulans to beam one inside of a... You could beam something inside of it, but you got to be right in front of it.
or
Right
you
in
could-
front of its face.
You could make
Yeah.
this like planet invisible or something, and then you could take. No.
Well, you're thinking. It's good.
Kill people.
It's good, you're thinking. I mean, this is great. Okay, so we had these two.
If you're bored, is it like the space station K7?
Shh, relax.
Captain.
No, sorry. Let him talk. Yes.
Okay, so are there any type of ships from anywhere over the galaxy that are like a Doomsday Machine like proof, like sunproof? Like, are there like any that can go through and inside it without being damaged?
Computer responds, there are none known to exist. Go ahead.
Captain.
Captain, someone's talking to you.
Yes.
Maybe you should send one some of the landing party to destroy the Doomsday Machine.
Zero gravity in space.
I mean, how do you know that there's something in it to go to beam to? You know what I mean? How do you know? I'm not arguing with him. I'm asking you a...
Scan, maybe if it's hollow?
Come on. So the way you can know, okay, so he says, let's beam a landing party over there. You could set up detonators and blow up the control room if it has one, right? So,
In the Doomsday Machine?
yeah. So, but the problem is, you try to scan it, it is hard for you to scan anything on it except that you're right in front of it when it can shoot you. Right?
Maybe we could go like on the side of it where like it's not in like the fiber. You should go like by like the metal part of it, and maybe we could scan it on the other side, and then move back right away after we scan it, so it won't turn.
The science and engineering department can send a probe to go in front of the machine and scan it. A probe is there's nobody in it. It's just a robot probe. That's the only way you could scan inside of it. Okay?
Maybe we could do that. Let's try that.
Write it down so that you don't forget. Go.
Computer.
Working?
Wait, actually, can I say this?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Say computer hold.
Captain Hashmi, yeah, so, I think we should, like, ask the computer if there are any planets that, like, have, like, that the Doomsday Machine encountered. Maybe they have, like, a way of, like, destroying it, or, like, a attack, like, a strategy that they use.
Okay. That's a job your science officer can work on. You're gonna be busy.
I have another idea. If there's a planet next to Ectair, you could like take you in that planet and send them to Ectair because it's like a big planet, and you could use the what's it called, the cloaking device, and you could like make the planet invisible. So because there's no people in there, you could send it through the Doomsday Machine.
So you want to say you want to evacuate the planet, get all those people on the other planet, and cloak it.
Yeah.
You don't have enough time to evacuate the planet.
Oh.
That's the thing. Only certain wealthy people are going to get off that planet. There's just not enough time. And to cloak the planet, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work. You can do it. You can work on it. I'll let you work on it and roll on it. And maybe you'll come up with something with some really good rolls. Okay? But you got to keep working on it. You got to say, I'm going to roll to try to find a way to cloak a planet. Okay? But now you were scanning, so let's see if you can scan the power levels now. Go ahead. Yep. You got a probe out now, right?
55.
All right, I'm going to add a 20 modifier to your roll because there's a probe that's still in front of the Doomsday Machine, and not bad. Okay, so the readings are this. Power levels before the Cosmos Royale went in were 100%. Power levels are now fluctuating between 95 and 80%.
Oh.
Okay?
I think that if we keep adding things inside Doomsday, it will power.
It has to be detonated first because.
Yeah, but of course, but you know, that's academic, as they say. You have to detonate the thing. So she's saying, as a science officer, the more things we send in there with big engines, the more damage we're going to cause.
So, guys, could I
talk with them?
Yep.
I had remember one that guy from the episode.
No, the file.
In the documentary?
Documentary.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Remember when he just went in there, and then the power level dropped. He didn't even detonate.
Well, his shuttle blew up, but it was a real small drop in power.
Like
okay?
99.
It was like really small. But Spock, because of the science officer that he is, he's always investigating and investigating. He looks for details like that. Okay? So yeah, I mean, it's going to make a difference. If you send your ship in there successfully, you're going to bring the power level down. But the chances now, you know, you got about a 30 or 40% chance that you'll bring it down low enough where you'll kill it. Where you'll stop it.
10%.
30 or 40% chance. Because how much it came down with the Cosmos Royale, right?
Can I contact the...
Hold on.
Captain, maybe we, instead of using something that detonates inside the Doomsday Machine, maybe we should make the Doomsday Machine detonate instead. Because there might be a control room in there with someone controlling it, and a lot of
I wonder what
mistakes.
thing is actually not immune, that is immune to a particle
Yeah.
beam.
I don't know. I can't imagine what is. It's a horrible thing. Something maybe thousands of years in the future, but I don't know. Okay, so let's look at this. We had one more option, and what was that? What did we write down? What was the next one?
The Doomsday Machine.
The Doomsday Machine
Just
wanted.
looking for something.
Okay, so let's investigate that. How do we investigate that? How do you find what you want?
I think that the way the directions has been going, maybe.
Okay, yeah, but we were talking about the
We were talking about how Doomsday Machine power fluctuation.
yeah, but he was talking about what? The Pride of Rigel, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait. I think that Patriarch maybe went into the planet Ectair or something, and maybe he wants to go in there, and maybe there's like, and maybe he wants to go get those things because he knows us.
Well, you have to find out where his ship is.
Look
Don't
at
assume. You can scan for him. You know what his ship is.
Did you roll for that?
You don't have to roll. He's in orbit around Ectair right now.
What, are we close to?
Sort of. Yeah, you're in the same star system. You have to, if you want to get there quickly, you got to go to warp 6.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. It's not going to be a problem to go to warp 6. For like, it's going to be warp 6 for 5 minutes. You'll be there. So it's no big deal.
No biggie.
No, we're not going there yet. We're actually getting started.
You can still call him.
Yeah.
You want to call him? You're out of range of the Doomsday Machine is on his way. You're out of that 3,000 kilometer range
So
now.
is he in front of us or
Yeah.
behind him?
He's in front of you. He's going to be at Ectair in just less than 10 hours. He's probably going to destroy maybe another planet or two, as he usually does.
It's usual.
Did we
Yeah.
pass any planets?
There's a planet. There's the 7th planet in the system.
Could you describe it for us?
Yeah, it's a rocky planet. Mostly minerals. There's no atmosphere. No life as you know
Jagged,
it.
maybe?
How about
Okay, so you know how Patriarch is like orbiting Ectair?
Yep.
Maybe, has it been like following the same way as the Doomsday Machine for like, while he was going around? Or?
Now, he's been in orbit around Ectair since the beginning of the game.
I was gonna say that like maybe he's controlling the Doomsday Machine if he's like right next.
You got to find out. If that's true, you got to find out.
He and do you know how our strategy 6 is that Doomsday Machine wanted something? Probably the Pride of Rigel traded something that the Doomsday Machine wanted, and now it's going for Ectair.
So what you gonna do, Captain?
Can I contact the flagger ship?
Fly to Rigel? Or the
We should contact Patriarch.
he's ignoring. They're not answering any of your calls right now.
We should go Patriarch.
They're just ignoring you. I don't know why.
Man, come on, we want to beam our crew and...
They're not. I can't tell you why right now because they're not answering.
Computer, why aren't
Maybe they don't like
Romulans
us
answering us?
Romulans are not answering your hails. It is unknown.
Just call Patriarch.
Right. God.
Just send them a message.
Communications officer, could you open a hailing frequency with Pride of Rigel?
And frequency's open.
2%.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Captain O'Flaherty. How you doing there, Captain?
Good. Yeah.
Boy, I see you're really messing up now. We got a nice big old Doomsday Machine on its way to eat up our little planet here.
That sucks. Yeah, we are, like, literally stumped.
I listen. I understand, but I got some news for you. I was kind of busy, and I didn't really, you know, with all this chaos going on, you know, and I'm a businessman, and they got the planet going crazy, and all these officials and the master of Ectair making demands. You know how it goes. I wanted to share a little info with you. If you wouldn't mind, I stumbled across something before we met. Remember that time you sent me those great tools and you fixed my ship? And well, I stumbled across this something that might help you with this big old Doomsday Machine. I think you might be able to use it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Well, you know, it's not something I like to talk about over subspace. So you have to come aboard my ship.
Okay.
Where you at right now?
Yeah, I'm right around the 3,000-kilometer radius of a Doomsday Machine right in space.
Okay.
A little hot.
Well, you know, if you can get around it and you want to meet up with me, I hear we only got about 9 hours until that thing comes chewing up the planet. I'd love to talk with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully I heard you out. He just cuts you off. So now talk with your staff, talk with your team. Talk with them.
Zero.
I think
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. He didn't call on you. You got a raise.
Okay, so wait. So you know the extra ship we have in our, you know, small.
Shuttlecraft?
Yeah. I think that
I think I might need that.
somebody could go in that ship to go meet Rigel if it goes as fast enough to. That would be neat.
Yeah, could you go on Warp 6 and meet?
Who's helmsman? He's helmsman. You're playing navigator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember?
Helmsman, could you go on Warp 6 to planet Ectair?
The whole ship?
No. Pride Rigel.
Very good. You feel yourselves move just a little bit right there.
the
And
whole
you're
ship?
Can I sit this ship on regular ship
Why?
for 5 minutes?
roll.
Give the captain 2 dice.
Give him a white and a black, please. Thank you. Okay, roll.
Please
Come
don't
on.
fall out.
Let's roll. You know that might be overkill, because that'll turn on your shields and arm your weapons. And if you show up in orbit around the planet, especially because Romulans have, according to treaty, Romulans can go on that planet too. You might not want to run around with your weapons and shields up. Okay, so you're on your way. So while you're there, you got a couple minutes to talk. So you had some other hands.
We're screwed.
You had some other hands.
Yeah. What are the other hands?
0.0 progress.
Eh?
Okay, we have to have useful comments here. Okay, go ahead.
I have a question. So prior to Rigel, he said that there's only 9 hours left. You said 10.
It's been an hour past while y'all were talking.
Bro, we're screwed.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry.
Now you're a captain, and you're bringing the morale of your crew down by talking like that.
Man, crew, we're gonna make this.
There you go. That's the attitude. Okay. Any other comments?
Guys.
All right. Yeah.
If we make this alive, I think before we do the suicide to our ship, I think we should.
We might not. The Pride Rigel has something that we can use. So.
I'm saying if.
So how about some scans while you're on your way?
Oh, sure.
Get everything.
Some info, some questions you wanted to know about, some work you want to get on as the science officer, like finding out how in the world you could cloak a planet.
Simple.
You're gonna work on those equations?
Yeah.
How about it? Planet cloaking project. You have at your disposal 5 science midshipmen also working with you on this. Okay? So what I need is you can only do this one time each turn. Okay? And you can do other things too for different projects if they want you to scan things, library, computer, etc. I need 1,
The answer
2,
to this
3,
extremely
4,
difficult equation.
5,
Hey.
6, 7, 8.
Maybe it's 2 plus 2.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I need you to roll. Sorry, I've just got to look at your list here real quick.
Okay.
Do you have astrophysics under space sciences?
Astrogation. Is that it?
Nope. What else? I know you got another one.
I have astronautics. Is it?
Astronomics?
Astronautics.
Astronautics. That's all you have for space sciences? You got astronomy, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
No, it just says no. It just says space sciences and astrogation, and then it says astronomy, and then astronautics. That's it.
So tell me, what is
astronautics.
your astronomy rating at?
14. Yeah, 14.
Okay. Every turn I need a roll under 4. I need, not every turn. Okay, I need 2 rolls right now. They have to be under 14. We can get you close to the answer. Oops.
30.
Okay, roll again. Nope. Okay.
No, 1B.
All right, no problem. Okay, now you're there. You're in orbit around Ectair.
Yeah.
You want to head over?
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna take anyone with you?
I'm gonna take my engineer and my and
You don't want security?
security, please.
Sure. Me? I'm a phaser with me.
Okay,
Plus
so
some snacks.
So while I'm
science off. Who's in charge of the ship while you're gone?
Me?
You're not
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a doc. Why does it say science?
Remember?
Oh, you got 2. What am I looking at here? You're a doctor. Yeah. Don't lead a doctor. You could lead a doctor in charge, I guess. What's his leadership? It's 10. Find out who has the highest leadership.
highest leadership. Come on.
Oh,
No. My landing party does not need to check the leadership.
Where does it say about leadership?
Hey,
L.
I'm not
Alphabetical L, leadership.
Oh, 13.
I don't have leadership.
Do you have what?
Are you gonna look for leadership and tell her? Okay, all right. But you're on the landing party. Okay? She's got 13. He's got 10. What does he have?
He doesn't even have leadership.
He doesn't even have leadership.
Dang.
I don't
So who
have
has the highest leadership? She's in charge of the ship.
12.
Okay?
I have 12.
Okay.
I have 12.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Now.
go in sub
So what you gonna take with you?
Phaser.
phaser 2 with
You already have
Furion.
basic.
Communicator.
Oh, communicator? Tricorder, maybe?
Yeah, tricorder too.
Make your engineer. Take a tricorder, communicator,
Communicator.
Oh, you're on one.
phaser,
Oh, yeah.
phaser. Hold on.
Right there.
Okay. This is for, he gets phaser 2.
Yes.
You get phaser. I know you want to shoot some traitors, huh? Be careful now with this stuff. All right. Okay. Put the props down, or I take them. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Going on the Pride Rigel. All right. So you hit the transporter room. You got all your stuff suited up. That's all you're taking with you, right? You're just taking communicator, tricorder, phaser, right? Okay. Well, you appear in the transporter room, and the Mr. O'Flaherty bows and says, "Welcome to my palace, and come with me to the office, and I'll show you what I've got. This is cool. I think you're gonna like this one. I think you're gonna like it. Come on." So he takes you. Now, by the way, if you're on the ship, you cannot talk to the people or make suggestions on the landing part unless you call them on their communicator. As you walk into the briefing room, there's a big screen with like a white screen like that with a big projection of this round object that has a wide base, strange translucent lights. It's just a picture of it. And there's people sitting around the table. And one of them turns around and it's a Romulan. In fact, it's Sub-Commander Avulus.
Oh.
And you see some staff for the Pride of Rigel.
You mean I'm with them?
Well, let's take a seat, gentlemen. Please take a seat, all of you. Are you going to sit?
Yes.
Yep.
Are you going to sit? Okay. All right. Romulan has, well, you have to ask me about what's in the room if you want to know. Okay,
What are you doing? I'm just kidding.
answer. What are you doing here?
Oh my
I'm
god.
interested in stopping the Doomsday Machine.
Yeah, me too. Did this clown tell you that he had something to give you?
You're calling him a clown?
Flaherty, yeah.
No, he's not a clown.
Gentlemen, can we start the meeting? I know we only have a couple of hours until the thing destroys the whole planet. Okay? Look, we were meaning no harm when we were out exploring. You know, I'm always exploring, looking for things. And, well, I went to explore that thing. All right, that thing on the screen here. You see that thing on the screen? And, you know, 'twas dead as a Klingon's enemy when we sighted it. Wasn't moving at all. No lights. You see the lights on it? None of that was on. And my sensors said it was pure neutronium. And I really didn't know what to make of this big thing that was pure neutronium. That it was going around, you know, that Doomsday Machine, as you call it. And this little thing up there on the screen was going around it and around it and around it, just like this. And the big Doomsday Machine, it wasn't moving. So it was giving off this little thing, we call it a pod, okay? A pod. And this little pod gave me the same faint power readings. And when we closed in on the pod, we put on our spacesuits. And I said, I'm gonna get this one. Because I've never seen anything like it. There's nothing in the record base of Starfleet and the Federation database. So I said, as a Federation citizen, I have a duty to add that to our fine collection. So I got real close, and suddenly this energy beam, it's like a phaser, but much more powerful, came right out of that pod and just bam, hit our ship. So I went and took my phaser and fired off a piece, because I just wanted a piece of the neutronium. I figured this is a booby trap, you know? So I just get a little piece off of it. And I later found out that the part that I shot off was not neutronium. So it seems like it's neutronium and partial neutronium. So me and the men were able to actually get the pod into our cargo bay on our ship. And we got to examine it and look inside, look on the outside of it. And there had been metal with one section depressed into the side of the machine. And then when I pressed it in, all of a sudden that big Doomsday Machine just turned on. And it just started chasing me. So, well, that's what I said. Yeah, I went, oh my gosh, what did I do? And, well, you know what happened after that? The machine was on the move.
Do you guys still have the thing with you?
Yes, I do.
May I see it?
You may. But one more thing. I figure you all know a lot more than me. So you have all this Starfleet knowledge and experience. And you Romulans got lots of experience. You got your own database. And I figure, well, one of you is going to want this thing. And, well, I've got it. And I will let you do a quick evaluation of it. I will let you come. Let's see. He's got to stay in the briefing room. And Avolis, your guards have to stay here. So I will let you in. Who is your science person? Your engineer. And that one has to stay in here too. So I only want you and your engineer and Avolis and his engineer. And then you can come and you can evaluate this device. Okay? All right. Before we step out, any questions?
No, this is to Game Master.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where are you from? Where's that guy from? Where's that guy from? Like,
He's from the Orion colonies. Yeah.
like a
Guy wants
blue.
money, right?
He looks like this. Here. Okay? You see?
Is that his ship?
Uh-huh. The Pride of Rigel, yep.
Ooh, that looks like a turtle.
Uh-huh.
Yummy.
Okay. So what is this? Who are you talking to?
Game Master.
Uh-huh.
So
I showed-
this guy
I
wants
sure
money.
said that we should
Basically
bring
for it.
some snacks.
Gotta find out, I guess.
Excuse me,
Greedy.
what's his name again? The person down.
O'Flaherty?
Yeah, O'Flaherty.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, as you know, the Federation and Romulans aren't in well grounds, so I think we might just take each of our phasers away so there's no conflict while we're gone.
And Avolis interjects. Avolis says, I have no intentions on fighting with or attacking you, but if that is what you want,
No, it is
takes out
okay.
his disruptor. No problem. Let's get this over with. O'Flaherty, you have no honor. Okay, and then he takes you guys out. So, the cargo bay doors open up, and you hear big humming. Yeah, okay, it's kind of loud. I don't know. You know, this species, you can't hear nothing in space, you know, when you're out there. And then when you bring it in, it's so loud. So would you like some earphones?
Sure.
Earplugs, okay. Avolis. Okay. You guys who are in the briefing room, you get to see what's happening on the view screen. You see everyone in there. I don't know about you lads, but I've got no great wish to have me or my cargo sucked into the power of that little bugger. Just be patient, lads. We'll get to business. Can I offer you a drink?
Yes, please.
Okay, here. He goes in his little pot and he gives you a little drink, and Romulan says, no thank you. We just need to scan this thing, and he tells his engineer. You see his engineer with the tricorder checking it out.
Tricorder, check it.
Okay, so get the flip top. Help him out, Ramza.
You do that.
Yeah. Right. Okay, you're just scanning it. Okay.
The middle or that?
So do a roll against small equipment system operation. It's alphabetical.
S.
Operation 19.
Okay. All right. What's your electronics? E.
Electronics technology is 10.
Okay. Nothing yet. You'll try again in the next turn. It's a very strange device. So, let the bidding begin. You see it's real. You've scanned it. You Romulan. Federation.
1 second. Let me make a call to my Commodore.
Okay, so you call on there and you have them relay.
Can I scan that again?
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah. Add electronics and astrogation to your small equipment system.
Electronics technology.
Wait, and astrogation. 39.
As I see it, me boyos, ye each have a stake in this. But of course, it's been me own risk and expense to make this all possible. Sure, and I'm just a poor, hard-working businessman, and this is just costing me money. So, you know, I've got to recoup my losses somehow.
Yes, we will.
All right, so there's the Commodore is not available.
26.
I got it.
Yep.
You
I got the
26.
scan.
Okay. Here's what you got. First, this is from your first scan. To get more information, you got to spend a lot more time, okay? First information is there are 7 systems in this beacon, or this pod, whatever you want to call it. Okay? There's a communications, there's an electronics, a weapons, a computer, a tractor beam, power plant, you know, which is basically like an engine,
How big is it?
and it's about this big. And propulsion. Okay, I communications, electronics, weapons, computer, 5,
No, 4,
tractor beam. Oh, that's 4.
I think.
It has a
Communications, electronics, weaponry, computer, tractor beam 5, power plant 6, propulsion 7.
You said
Okay.
that'd be 8.
7. It's 7.
Okay, I got it.
Now to learn more about each system, you have to make 2 skill rolls against your skills, like you were doing before, to learn more about each one. Now,
We have to do that or no?
you don't have to do anything. You can just stare at it if you want. Your communicator's beeping, Captain.
beep, beep, beep.
It's the ship. And Ovilus, your communicator's beeping. All right? Yes, you do. You imagine. Okay, don't put it on your mouth. You just hold it like this. Just like this. Yeah. It's not a phone.
Use.
Okay, now, you all just got word that 6 Romulan warships have decloaked outside of your range, but in orbit around Ectair.
6 planet?
6 ships.
Oh.
Are they trying to steal it from us?
6 ships. They haven't done anything. And Ovilus just says, by now, Captain, I'm sure you know what has happened. I'm required to make a report to my commander. Perhaps we can resume this disgraceful auction at a later date. And you see him looking at O'Flaherty like he hates his guts. So he leaves.
Yes, I can.
O'Flaherty says, well, you know, Captain, I can't go making deals till I know all my options. And since the Romulan just left and you're just here, it's not fair. So, if you want to wait here, you can. And oh, by the way, before you think of taking my stuff, I've got a little device. You see that little cone, that triangular cone on top of that pod up there? Yeah. Well, I call this a little force field generator. And it's not only meant to keep the pod from rolling around and blowing up my ship, but it's also there to keep people from taking it who haven't paid for it. And it also got you can't see it, but right under the base, I call it a little self-destruct mechanism. So anybody that moves the pod off, they blow the pod up, and everyone with it. I just wanted to share that with you. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So do you guys head back to your ship?
Just scan it again?
You want to get another quick scan? Let's see if you can. Give me 2 rolls against that total.
Oh, okay.
Remember that total of those 3? And you're... Oh, he's not there, Dave.
2. I got it's over.
Let's see. If you give me 0-1. No. Sorry. What's your luck? What's your luck?
81.
Roll.
72.
No. I added a 20-point modifier to that, so you didn't get it. Okay, sorry, you didn't get the scan in time. Good thinking. Give him it. He wanted to get a quick scan for you. It's a good officer there. Good crew. Okay, so now we're gonna head back to the ship. What you gonna do? You're in orbit. Romulans are in orbit. Nobody's talking. Nobody's said anything. Nothing has happened.
Can I get into Commander Tal?
Commander Tao? Okay. Surprise. You got in. Communications officer says, Commander Tao's on the screen. Bleep. You see Commander Tao. He looks familiar, by the way. Roll. What's your intelligence?
Machine.
Okay. INT. Science officer, what's your intelligence?
71.
Where is it?
INT at the top.
ING 65.
65.
You roll.
Minus 71.
You roll. Roll, guys.
I don't know what.
Gail. People.
Oh, 81.
Folks.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Can I get?
Okay.
2.
Come on.
2 plus.
How do I beat
2
that?
plus 56.
56.
Yeah, it's lower.
Both of you recognize him. And you recognize him from yet another adventure of Captain Kirk.
What is this adventure again?
You're gonna have to work with your science officer to look it up.
Adventure.
I don't know.
Computer. What
roll,
is this?
roll against Starship Sensors operation. That'll be your library. You're gonna search the library. Let's see if you can get it.
I have 40 on there. 42.
About 1.
All right. You can check next turn if you remember to do so. Okay. Captain Hashmi, this is Commander Tal.
Yeah, sorry we kind of ditched you for a second. Yeah, there was a device that was recently with us. It was with one of the captains of a ship.
Yes, Sub-Commander Avalos informed me of all the details. Yes, this is unfortunate. You know, I have to tell you, remind you about the Treaty of Ectair. My ships have every right to be here, as does yours.
I know.
I have been called away from exploration duty by Sub-Commander Avalos and his encounter with the Doomsday Machine. In our treaty with Ectair, we are duty-bound to protect Ectair from the Doomsday Machine as well.
Is this breaking the treaty in any way of one Romulans get half and the Federation gets half?
It is truly disgraceful for interstellar affairs what the captain of Prado Rigel is doing. I know about him trying to find the highest bidder. I suggest that you and I don't waste any more time bidding against each other. We could squabble about this until the hereafter, or we can work together against this carrier of death.
Yes, we should.
What is your desire, Captain?
I desire to drive my ship straight through that mall. The mall.
Well, if that is your desire, it is unfortunate. I was hoping that you would join me in acquiring the pod from O'Flaherty to investigate it, because we believe that the pod is the only thing that can stop the carrier of death.
We could go with that actually, but he told me a little bit disturbing secret. Like
Yes.
On top of the pod, he has this thingy. He didn't tell, or maybe he didn't tell Sub-Commander Ovilus about this. It's a little.
Yes,
few-
self-destruct?
Yeah.
Yes, we know. That's why I think that we should put our money together and just buy the
How
thing.
about we make a fake bid? I'll make a certain amount. You make a and then I'll say I quit, and we actually take it together.
Well, either way, it's fine with me.
Shall we?
As long as we get this thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good.
So what shall be the amounts?
I'd say let's stick with, I'll go with 20,000 and you'll go with 18,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll tap out of 18,000 credits. I'll go with 20. We'll be both there with that pod. We can investigate it right there on the spot. And if possible, put it to work and see if it indeed does control the Doomsday Machine.
1 second. I know this is actually irrelevant, but all precautions are first. When Doomsday Machine is put out of commission, and who will the pod go to?
It's a very good question, Captain. Well, quite naturally, if we win the bid, we get the pod. But according to the treaty, we could give it up to a neutral party on Ectair, which would naturally be the Ectairian government.
All right.
That was a great question, by the way. Good role play, man. Good role play. I like that. All right, so the deal is on.
Shit.
We're gonna go. Yes. Oh, bathroom. Yep. Please.
Do this.
Yep. He did the right thing.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah, that was a tough negotiation. All right. So the deal is on. We're going to the Pride of Rigel. Gonna make the deal with this guy. Yes.
The other thing on top of the pod.
Yep.
Is it how does it know if you paid or not? Does he put
Well, he controls it, right? So hope naturally, if he wants to sell the thing, he turns it off, right? We hope.
So if you just say
You could make sure that the captain makes O'Flaherty put that in the contract that he's got to disable the force field and self-destruct mechanism. You want to do that? Good thinking. Do it. Use your muscles. Yeah, I know you're stiff. Ah! Stretch those hamstrings. Ah!
I'm
Ah!